This story has been sent by one of our viewers from Texas, which is a true incident. You will also be shocked after hearing it. A few years ago, I worked night shifts for a small security monitoring company in Austin, Texas. My job was pretty simple. I sat in a dim control room watching security cameras from different buildings across the city. If anything suspicious happened, I reported it to the client or contacted authorities. Most nights were painfully quiet. I would just sit there with a cup of coffee, occasionally checking alerts or system tickets. That night started like any other. At around 2:41 a.m., a small alert popped up on my monitor. It was from an old warehouse camera on the outskirts of the city. The building was called Carver Storage Facility. What made it strange was that the place had been inactive for months. No employees, no night guards, nothing. Still, I opened the camera feed. At first, everything looked normal. A large, empty warehouse, dim overhead lights, dusty shelves along the walls. Then I noticed something in the far corner of the frame. Someone was standing there. A man. He wasn't moving. At first, I assumed it might be a guard, but then I remembered that building didn't even have security staff. I zoomed in on the camera. The man was standing with his back facing the camera. His face wasn't visible. For several seconds, he didn't move at all. Then, slowly, very slowly, he started turning his head. It was so gradual that if you weren't paying attention, you might not even notice it happening. Eventually, his face was pointed toward the camera. But the creepiest part was, he wasn't just looking at the camera. He was staring directly at the exact spot where I was watching from. I felt a chill run down my spine. I immediately checked the building's access logs. No alarms had been triggered, no door entries had been recorded, which meant, how did he even get inside? Before I could figure it out, the man suddenly took one slow step forward. Now he was much closer to the camera. Then he did something I still can't forget. He slowly raised his hand and pointed directly at the camera, like he knew someone was watching. My heart started racing. I grabbed my radio and tried calling my supervisor. No response. When I looked back at the camera, the man was gone. The warehouse was completely empty again. I called the police immediately. About 20 minutes later, officers arrived at the warehouse and searched the entire building. They found no one inside. But after reviewing the system logs, one of the officers asked me something strange. He said, "Are you sure you actually saw someone?" I told him yes, I was certain. Then he showed me the timestamp. At the exact moment I claimed to see the man, that camera had been offline, which meant there was no video feed at all. To this day, I still don't know what I saw that night, but there's something that still bothers me, because ever since that night, whenever I opened the live feed from that warehouse camera, sometimes, in the dark corner of the room, I can see someone standing there, and every single time, he's staring straight at the camera. After that incident, I tried convincing myself that maybe I was just tired that night. Anyone who works night shifts knows how exhausting it can be. Lack of sleep, staring at screens for hours, sometimes your brain starts playing tricks on you. At least that's what I kept telling myself. But about a week later, something happened that completely changed my mind. It was another quiet night in the control room. Around 3:08 a.m., I opened the camera feed for the Carver Storage Facility again. I wasn't even sure why. I guess I just wanted to check if everything looked normal. At first, the warehouse appeared empty just like before. Dusty shelves, dim lights, nothing unusual. But just as I was about to close the feed, I noticed a slight movement in the far corner of the screen. The same corner, the exact same place where I had seen the man before. This time, he was standing a little closer to the camera, and now I could clearly see his eyes. He was staring directly into the camera. What made it even more disturbing was that he wasn't blinking, not even once. I quickly checked the timestamp, 3:08 a.m. Then I checked the system logs. This time, the camera was fully online, which meant what I was seeing was actually being recorded. My heart started racing. I began recording the screen. For about 10 seconds, the man just stood there staring into the camera. Then, slowly, he started smiling. But it wasn't a normal smile. It looked unnatural, almost forced, like smiling wasn't something his face was used to doing. Then his lips started moving. He was saying something, but the camera had no audio. So I zoomed in closer. I tried reading his lips. Over and over again, he kept saying the same word, "You." A cold chill ran down my spine. Then the man slowly raised his hand, but this time he didn't point at the camera. He pointed directly at the center of the screen, as if he somehow knew where I was sitting. And then, suddenly, the entire camera feed went black. I checked the system. The camera had gone offline again. After that night, I never opened that camera feed again. But a few days later, when I came into work, I found something sitting on my desk, a small piece of paper. There were only 3 words written there, "I see you too." To this day, I have no idea who left that note there, but after that, I quit that job. Friends, if you liked our video, which is based on true stories, then please write yes in the comment. We get motivation. We will keep bringing such videos for you in the future also. And yes, do not forget to subscribe.